Hey guys, it's Jeffrey McCabe here at Sophia Tremolos in Hollywood Hills. And we're looking at our series of headpiece tuners. One application of it for creating headless guitars featuring the HPT Mini. I'd like you to direct your attention to the HPT, the original one. This is a 7-string version. It has a removable nut. It sits on the original locking nut shelf. By simply cutting off the head, it adds a string loading system either way. It's locking individually, and it sits in a string tree, great for headless guitars. And that's our famous headpiece tuner. The next in line is a smaller version called the Mini. It has almost exactly the same design, except it doesn't have the bottom part that supports the arm. Again, it has a removable nut in R12, 16, and 20. Fits a standard bolt pattern. You can string in either direction. It also forms a string tree, so you can have the ball ends go in that direction, or cut ends cut off so that they don't stick out. It also has height adjustment features, so that once it's installed and you can loosen up these bolts a little bit, you can adjust left and right as a final setup for the nut itself. Here we have it on a standard bolt-on neck. This is from Warmouth. They make really great products. As you can see, I'm not pitching them in any way, but I had this guitar neck and I never used it. I simply cut the head off where the bolt pattern was. I added the modern truss rod adjustment and stuck our Mini on to make a headless guitar. So there are lots of headless guitar bodies, guitars and necks that are possibly upgradable headless for all their advantages. And this is one of the things that we make here. So in this version, it shows this adjustment, and I'm going to take a second to put one together for you. I'm going to start with the height adjustment. Each of these are adjustable with our standard 2mm wrench that we use for almost all Sophia products. And that's threaded in. So again, you can access the height adjustment ports here to raise the nut relative to the fingerboard, left and right. So this is the assembly process, putting the set screws in, and they'll miss the strings, as you can see, straighting through. There's no problem threading. These are the bolt-on screws. They're the classic M4, come with a washer and lock washer. Makes installation really easy. As you can see, we have 3 holes here. The hold our removable nut. In this case, this is a stainless steel nut. We also make them in brass. And so they come in M12, 16, and 20. And they could be, obviously, you can take them off and modify them if you want for different radii. Voila! This is the Sophia HPT or Headpiece Tuner Mini. Has all the features of the regular headpiece tuner except the crossbar mechanism. Fits on a standard locking nut. So if you have any locking nut old necks around, you can cut off, put this on. You have a headless setup. You can string either way. You have individual string locks, and you have height adjustment and a choice of 3 radii, R12, 14 or 16 or 20 in either brass or stainless steel. Pretty nice. To round out the models, we have the Sophia Nut. It's essentially the same thing. It's a little bit smaller, and we will make one slightly smaller so it'll fit in just about any nut at all. That should be out in the next 6 months. Thank you.